The manufacturer of all the Titans and Marvin units for the IMC during the Frontier War just purchased the rights to implement the next legend into the Apex games as an advertisement for themselves. I'm going to be talking about what that means for the lore, and I'm going to be talking about Hammond Robotics' past, as well as any history of Forge that we know and how he might relate to any of the characters that we see in the games. Hey guys, what's going on? Titan Gaming back here with another Apex Legends video. It seems like everybody on the planet has already covered the dev stream, so I wanted to go a little bit more in depth and do something that nobody's done yet. So I'm going to be talking about Hammond Robotics and Forge. If you haven't already, hitting that subscribe button is a great way to support me, and it helps keep me motivated to make more content, so I would really appreciate that. But now that we got that out of the way, let's get straight into this information because there's a lot we got to get through. So first off, as I previously mentioned, Hammond Robotics during the Titanfall games was the major manufacturer of both spacecrafts and defense systems for the IMC. And they were contracted out to create technology which would help the IMC further their reach during the Frontier War. They were the company responsible for the technology that allowed for the IMC to achieve Titans and Marvin units. But that was about 30 years before the Apex games took place, so we don't really know what they've been up to for that whole time. But now, thanks to this in-game update, which has put signs all around World's Edge as future building sites for Hammond Robotics, and the dev stream, which confirms that Forge, who's going to be our next legend, is actually sponsored by Hammond Robotics. We're seeing a little bit of what they've been up to. As far as Forge goes, we don't have much information on him, other than that he's a 5-time Hyper Fighting Federation champion. Whatever that means, I guess it's like the intergalactic MMA. Regardless though, it seems pretty impressive. Impressive enough for Hammond Robotics to pay a large sum of money to the Syndicate to have him placed as an advertisement in the Apex games. We also know that Forge as an in-game character is going to have a lot of up-close melee abilities, which will make him pretty overpowered if you get too close to him. Personally, I think this might be a little bit overpowered for the beginning of the game, but we'll see. Respawn usually releases characters who are a little bit too powerful and then nerfs them as time goes on. But getting back into a little bit of the lore, I'm going to read an article from the Season 2 blog post, which came out quite a while ago now, probably about 5 months, maybe further back. I'll have it up on the screen and I'm going to read it for you guys. It says, "This reporter will continue to dig until answers are found. As always, if anyone has information pertaining to Sergeant Williams or the Frontier War, we encourage you to contact us here at the Journal. Tomorrow we have an exclusive interview with Ranson Mandela, a resident of Talos who claims he is Henrik Hammond, the father of the Frontier, now at the ripe old age of 650. What evidence does he have to support this claim? Could he be telling the truth? Decide for yourself in tomorrow's edition of the Outlands Journal." 2 things stuck out to me when I was reading this. First, that they name drop Bangalore right at the beginning there, Sergeant Williams. And then again, that Henrik Hammond is 650 years old, which might seem kind of crazy at first until you realize that Hammond Robotics is on the front line of simulacrum technology. And in the Titanfall universe, a simulacrum is basically a representation of a person and the knowledge they have, their information, their personality, put into a robot, and it allows them to continue living even after they die, kind of like Soma if you've ever played that. And this has led to a lot of speculation on Twitter from people like That One Mining Guy and Shrugdle, who believe that it's possible that Henrik Hammond is actually Revenant. Hammond is described as a pretty terrible guy, honestly. He is basically as far from a humanitarian as you can get. All he really cares about is science and technology and money, I guess. And so it seems like his personality would line up with that of Revenant, and his age certainly, since we almost 100% can confirm that Revenant is a simulacrum. That's just the tip of the iceberg on some of the theories though. Some of them are pretty crazy, reaching all the way out to this season will be split in half, with Revenant coming in the second half with new guns. And Shrugdle's tweet where he says Hammond Robotics is manufacturing consent with Forge, creating a fake legend to distract from them using all their money to buy the land in the arena, and the sinister Revenant in the shadows with his media interviews and flashy appearance. Don't be sheeple, wake up and see the truth. Kind of wild, kind of crazy. I love weird fan theories like this. But in all honesty, that's basically all I have for you guys. That's based on real evidence and lore from past games or from the wikis. So if you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, consider liking and subscribing, because that really helps me out, really helps to keep me motivated. And I really honestly appreciate it. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So thank you again so much for watching. And until next time, which will be Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, take it easy.